So I just got back from CES 2026. I'm a little bit sick, but I got this. One thing that was very clear from my observation is everything is pretty much turning into a subscription. Now, companies are taking features you normally would just own and they're charging you a monthly fee for it now. It's all about capitalism. But it's not just about money, it's also about your privacy. Every photo you upload, every document you save in the cloud is being scanned by AI models. Your personal life is basically being used as a free data to train those next big computer brains. There's never been a better time now to look at who actually owns your files. If you're new to this, you might be wondering, what exactly is a NAS? It sounds technical, but it actually is very simple. NAS stands for a network attached storage. Think of it as a hard drive that plugs into your home router. It's a small computer that stays at your house and holds all of your files. And if you decide to connect it to the internet, you can access those files from your phone or your laptop, whether you are on the beach or in a hotel room somewhere around the world. It's your personal cloud that lives in your house instead of a giant data center. Now we have to be objective here as well, because the cloud has dominated for three specific reasons, which are redundancy, low entry cost, and the sheer convenience. Now that is a very powerful value proposition because it allows you to start an account in just mere seconds and have your data mirrored across global data centers. But as our data footprint grows, that low cost of entry turns into a lifetime of rent, and that convenience often comes at the cost of your data privacy. For a long time, people thought setting up your own storage was way too hard, and honestly, it was. You either had to be a total computer expert to build something like a custom 31 terabyte on-RAID server and had to learn how to use complicated professional systems. But that has changed. In 2026, we're seeing a new wave of devices that are basically plug and play, like this unit called the Z-Lab D4 or this U-Green box. It's one of the many affordable waves of NAS, and it is designed for people who want the benefit of a cloud without the headache of being an IT expert. You just put the drives in and follow a simple app setup on your phone, just like you would setting up a brand new phone or a brand new laptop. I actually use two different systems for my data storage. I keep my complicated work stuff on my on-RAID server, which has been running for the past 7 years because I do a lot of professional video editing. But I use a simple unit like this D4 for the rest of my family. Now this is what I call the Home Hub. I put all of our movies here for our Plex library so everyone in the house can watch their favorite shows and movies whenever they want, whether there's internet or not. It is also the main spot for our family photos and important papers like tax documents. By using a simple device for the house, I can make sure my family has a cloud that just works. One of the best things about a NAS is that it is scalable. When you use a cloud service, you're limited to the storage space on the tier you pay for. If you need a little bit more space, you're forced to jump to the next expensive plan, which usually is more than you need. I use iCloud with about 800 gigs of data, so I am forced to pay for the 2 terabyte plan, even though I don't need it. But the next tier below it, which is a 200 gig plan, would not be sufficient for me. The beauty of NAS is that you can start small and scale up as needed or as your budget permits. But we also have to talk about the reality of this move. Taking control of your data means you also are taking the responsibility of it. A NAS costs much more money upfront than a cloud subscription, and because the hardware is in your house, you're also responsible for taking care of the hardware. You have to keep it clean, and you have to be ready for the fact that hard drives eventually wear out. In the last 7 years I have been running my home server, I have had a drive fail on me just once. But because I use something called RAID, my data was fine. Now, RAID is just a way for the NAS to spread your data across multiple disks, so even when disks fail, the others still have that information. But RAID is not a backup. It just keeps your system running while you replace that broken drive. To be truly safe, you need what we call a 3-2-1 backup. Now, this just means you have 3 copies of your data. You keep 2 of them on different devices within your home, and you keep 1 copy somewhere else, which could be the cloud. Now this is how I keep my privacy while still having a backup. I use the NAS for everything I do daily because it is faster and it's private. But I still send an encrypted compressed copy of my most important files to the cloud. Now this keeps my storage need for the cloud very small. And because I encrypt all of this on the cloud, The cloud companies cannot use it for any AI training data. They're just holding a bag of scrambled data for me in case my house has a fire or a flood. It is kind of the best of both worlds. This works great for your whole family too. You can set up different accounts for everyone just like you would on Google or iCloud. Everyone gets their own private space that nobody else can see. My family can be anywhere in the world and they can still back up their photos to the NAS or grab a file if they need. It gives them the same convenience they're used to, but I know the data is safe on my own shelf. The coolest thing happening right now is that these new NAS units have their own AI built in. Brands like ZLab, Ugreen, and ZimmerCube are making devices that can look through your photos and recognize people or places without ever connecting to the internet. You can search for birthday parties and find the photos instantly, but it all happens locally. The subscription task is only going to get worse as time goes on, but the hardware has finally become easy enough for everyone to use. You can have the speed of a local network, the safety of a professional backup, and the privacy of your own home. I'm going to finish moving my files over to this new setup, but if you're tired of renting your digital life, it might be time to look at getting a NAS of your own. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. Ty, peace out.